Welcome, everybody, to another episode of Quick Hits with Roy. My name is George Jage. I am the president of Jage Media, and we have obviously our honored guest, Roy Bingham, former chairman at BDSA and current director. Roy, welcome again.
Thanks, George. Good to be here. Hi, everybody.
And obviously, we're on the precipice of the highest of high holidays, 420. Roy, I want to talk a little bit about what retailers can expect, what brands can expect coming into this holiday. Obviously, 2019, we had some normalcy in our world, and then we saw 2020 it had quite a big spike around 420, if I'm not mistaken.
Yes, so there was a lot going on that was unusual, of course, with lockdown last year. We saw on 420 a spike. It was about 2 times a normal average day. It actually fell on a Monday last year, whereas in 2019, 420 was about 3 times as high as a normal day. It fell on a Saturday, so day of the week matters. Okay, what day is it? This time it's going to be on a Tuesday. Tuesdays are normally the lowest day of the week. They're about 89% of an average day. However, what also happened last year was there was a spike going on in general. We'd seen those much larger basket size orders during lockdown, people concerned that they might not be able to get to a dispensary or place an order at all, or they were going less frequently, but there were average orders in the $100 range compared to $60, which had been common previously. So last year we saw that spread out over about 4 or 5 days, a spike of 1.5 to 2x instead of that big dramatic one of 2019.
So people were really stocking up back in 2020. They weren't sure if they were going to have access to cannabis. At one point, we weren't sure if we were going to be deemed an essential business and be able to operate. But it was more over an extended period of time where you saw it spike. But you talked a little bit about the fact that we had much larger basket sizes. So people you said it was $60 on average year before, and it was $100 in 2020. Is that correct?
Varies, of course, state to state. I should be careful about generalizing. Nevada and Massachusetts had a very poor April because they were basically closed down at that time. But the other major and mature states had a fairly consistent pickup, and they had those large basket sizes going on from the middle of March.
So you brought up that on the basket size, though, and I just want to give a quick shout to the fact that BDSA just rolled out your basket analytics program. Tell us a little bit more about how retailers can analyze their basket size with your new software or your new tool.
Say that 3 times quickly. BDSA basket analysis. It will come out some other way if I said it. Of course, it's incredibly important to both retailers and to brands to understand the composition of those baskets and what people are adding to their orders, and in this instance, at which particular time of the year. So we're delighted to be able to launch that service now, so that you can get a sense of what consumers are likely to see as an average basket, how you can enhance their basket, pick up that extra $5, $10, $20 on a transaction, for example.
Sure. So going back to what we saw in 2020 and moving forward to 2021, you said it's falling on a Tuesday. It sounds like we should expect probably a fairly consistent run up to 420, but maybe not so much on the day of.
Yeah, I think we'll see more than we did last year. So last year about 2x. I think we'll see somewhere nearer to 2019 with a 3x, somewhere in the 2.5 range. But we'll also see a pickup that starts on Friday. So Friday, Saturday, Sunday, and Monday, leading into 420 will all be good days for everyone. Let's hope.
And what about the products around 420? I mean, are we seeing kind of non-traditional or non-regular consumers coming in? Do we see any spikes in particular categories, first-time users?
Yeah, so we do see more non-regular consumers, non-frequent consumers, and we see more new consumers. But interestingly, when you look at the category analysis of sales on 420 or on this 4 or 5 day period, it's very similar to what we normally see. So it doesn't spike heavily to gummies, for example. Gummies do well, but they do relatively similarly on the average day. There are differences weekday to weekday. Gummies, I just mentioned, on a Tuesday, normally they're only about 12% of sales. On a Friday, they go up to 19% of sales. So that day of the week factor might be more important here than the 420 factor for the composition of sales.
That's fascinating. And
it's a
to
kind of
some
nerdy
extent,
fact. I realize it's nerdy to know that, but I love that kind of
well,
thing.
listen, that's why I love having these conversations with you, because you're a nerd and I'm a nerd and I love nerding. So going back to kind of the product and not seeing any significant spikes, I mean, isn't to some extent like kind of the celebration of 420 is being able to light up a joint, smoking a bowl, kind of going back old school to flower. I mean, there's not even a slight uptick in flower sales.
And not noticeably last year. In 2019, there was. So last year was different for many different reasons, I suppose. But there's a little bit of an increase in traditional consumption method. But the convenience of vaporizing, for example, trumps many things. And then those newcomers and infrequent shoppers like the gummies and other edibles as well.
So Roy, right now everybody's running a 420 promotion. They're offering deals. I mean, how much are the retailers or even the brands giving up in these cases as far as the sale price versus volume?
Yeah, it's quite significant. Yeah, promotions are very, very important at this time of the year. We actually see on the 420 spike period, those 4 or 5 days, that the average transaction price is down about 15%, 15%. So promotions are significant. Sometimes makes you wonder whether it's the right thing to do, but it's a competitive situation. And if dispensaries aren't going to break ranks, they're going to keep doing those promotions around this time.
Yeah, it's kind of like Black Friday and certain days of the year that everybody's running sales, President's Day weekend, Mother's Day. I mean, it's an opportunity to drive in new customers. But again, if you're only giving up 15% of your sale price and you're tripling your sales volume, I think that there's still a big win there for the retailers.
Well, maybe, but I do remember Black Friday when I was in the online nutritional supplement space, and we'd have a great Black Friday, but then it was really slow for the next 10 days after that. And you think, we just gave up all of those future sales. So,
yep, that's a really good
bear in
point.
mind.
Well, on that note, Roy, I think we should wish everybody to have a happy 420. Please enjoy your cannabis responsibly. And we'll be back with another Quick Hits with Roy episode in the near future.
Yeah, stay well, everyone. Stay healthy. Get vaccinated. I just did. Didn't feel great for 24 hours, but I'm on the way back now.
Fantastic. All right, Roy, thanks again.
See you. Bye-bye.